Hello and welcome back. We are now in step 14.6. Our focus is restricting, formatting, and edits. So even when you choose to allow others to make revisions and add comments, as we learned to do, you can still be selective about who is allowed to make edits as well as the type of edits they can make. So we're going to restrict access to a portion of the document so edits cannot be made to that part of the document. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we will do, if you're not in Ergonomics 5, you need to go ahead and open it now. All right. So once you get your document open, go to your Review tab, and in your Protect group, you're going to click on Toggle on Restrict Editing. And a dialog box opens in the panel that says Restrict Formatting and Editing. Under number 2, click to enable the option Allow only this type of editing in this document. So once you check that box, new exception options appear in your task pane, and the current editing restrictions is no changes, read only. So under editing restrictions, click on the list arrow next to no changes and select tracked changes. Notice that the options in the task pane changed again. When the Track Changes option is enabled, reviewers can make revisions and also add comments to the document. Now, click the Editing Restrictions list arrow again, and this time select Comments. Now, new exceptions options appear again in the task pane, which is here. With comments option enabled, you can make exceptions and allow specified reviewers to edit all or parts of the document. Let's go back and click restricted access on the arrow again and select no changes, read only. All right, select the first 4 paragraphs in your document. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go back up and start this again. Let's select the title and leave the last paragraph open. So you should have all of that selected. Now, then you're going to check this box that says everyone. The options will show a check mark enabled, which means anyone can access the document and can edit the selected paragraphs. So you'll see what I mean in just a second. Now, move your mouse over where it says everyone and drop down on the arrow, and then click remove all editing permissions for this user. Notice the check mark has been removed from this box. Now, select the last paragraph and check the box, which means everyone will be able to make edits. Let's move down to part 3 and actually start the enforcement. So when you click on Start Enforcement, it opens up a dialog box and it requires you to enter a new password, and you're going to enter it twice just to keep your life simple. Enter your username exactly how you enter it into the computer. Now, the great thing about entering a password twice is that if for some reason you make a mistake with one, it won't accept it in the second unless you make the same mistake twice, which generally doesn't happen. So it's always great to when you have a password confirmation. So let's click OK and see what happens. Now, click outside of your um, document to deselect that text, and let's click at the top of our document that we selected and try to type in that portion of the document. I can't space, I can't type, I can't do anything. However, if I click here, and notice we can distinguish it because it's kind of has a light shade to it. I can click and say, I can, type or whatever I need to do to make edits to that document. So the whole purpose again is to allow restrictions to portions of the document and only leave other parts that you want others to be able to edit. That's the whole purpose of restricting formats and edits. And we started off by going to restricting access, restricting edits, and went through the 3 steps to select exactly what we wanted for our document. If you wanted to stop the protection, you would simply press the stop protection and enter your password in that box to stop the protection. Go ahead and save the document and leave the document open for the next step.